So, what did we learn in the last class? Do you remember? Hope you have enjoyed that class. Do you remember the topic, students? Yes, it was Bragg's equation, I guess. Even today, if I ask you, you will be able to answer Bragg's equation. If I ask you to write down without saying, I think you will be able to do it. Right, students? Okay, that's great. And that makes me so much happy also, students. Right. And in this class, we will be learning another interesting topic, that is defects in crystals. Okay. This also you have perfectly learned in your intermediate stage. So I will give a brief reading and the notes for this defects in crystals. Okay. So what exactly is a defect in a crystalline solid, students? So if we observe here at absolute zero, that means at the lowest temperatures, if we observe a crystalline solid, the constituent particles, that is the atoms or ions or molecules in a crystalline solid, they are perfectly arranged. Okay. So we can find a definite and regular arrangement of the constituent particles in a crystalline solid at absolute zero temperature. Okay. So if such is the case, then we call those crystals as perfect or ideal crystals. Okay. So that's the definition of an ideal crystal, students. Now, as we increase the temperature, that means when the crystalline solid is being heated, what happens? We find certain defects in the crystalline solid. So what happens? The constituent particles, we cannot find them in their positions or in their sites. Okay. So sometimes they will be completely missing from the place, or sometimes we can find them occupying the interstitial sites or interstitial holes. Okay. So if the atom or the ion, that is the constituent particle, if it is not present in its position, if it is missing from its position, or if it is occupying the interstitial site, then we call it as a defected crystal. Okay. So here we can see at very low temperatures, that is at absolute zero, that is the lowest temperature, we find a perfect crystal, and as the temperature increases, we can find a defected crystal. So you understood the difference between these two, students? Okay, write down the first sentence under defects in crystals. At absolute zero temperature, the constituent particles, at absolute zero temperature, the constituent particles, brackets, atoms or ions, close the brackets, in a crystal are arranged in a regular pattern, and such crystals are called as perfect or ideal crystals. Perfect or ideal crystals. Full stop. Next, below write down. At high temperatures, or as temperature increases, all the crystalline solids contain, at high temperatures, all the crystalline solids contain some defects in the arrangement of its constituent particles. In the arrangement of its constituent particles, that is the particles are unoccupied. The particles are unoccupied at their sites. That means they are not present in their position. Okay, are unoccupied at their sites, or they occupy interstitial holes or spaces or sites, anything you can mention, students. They occupy interstitial holes, and such crystals we call them as and such crystals are called as defected crystals. And such crystals are called as defected crystals. Full stop. Understood, students, now? The definition of perfect or ideal crystal and defected crystals. So the diagrammatic representation of a perfect crystal and a defected crystal, students. So kindly take down your pencil and please make it fast and draw the diagrams, ma. So first one is perfect or ideal crystal. So this is the arrangement where we find at absolute zero temperature. So positive and negative ions, they are fixed or they are arranged at their positions. Okay. So the first one, perfect or ideal crystal. Next, this is the defected crystal. So here you can find there is no positive ion. So this is empty. Now the positive ion which is to be present here, it is occupying the interstitial space. Therefore, you mark A plus here, students. So if the ions are unoccupied at their sides, we call it as a defected crystal. So first one is the representation of a perfect or ideal crystal, and second one is a defected crystal. Kindly mark this or write down this, mention this as unoccupied site. Okay, this is not occupied by the positive ion. Instead, it occupies the interstitial site. So have you completed, students? I think 1 minute is sufficient for you. So kindly mention the positive and negative ions in a regular pattern and call it as perfect crystal. And the second one, this is the defected crystal where positive ion is occupying the interstitial space. Okay, completed. Shall we move on? Right. These defects in crystals are divided into two types, students. Do you know what these two defects are? So first we have seen what is a defect in a crystal. Now the defects in crystals are divided into two types. What are they, students? Do you remember? So you must be answering Schottky and Frenkel defects. But before that, these are classified broadly or mainly into two types. They are stoichiometric and non-stoichiometric defects. Okay. So put the first side heading. So first write down, students, below the diagram. These are the defects in crystals are divided into two types. The defects in crystals are divided into two types. Below write down. Roman letter 1. Stoichiometric or thermodynamic or point defects. What is the first one, students? Stoichiometric or point defects or thermodynamic defects. Okay, underline. Now, what are these stoichiometric defects? Very simple. The defects which are seen in stoichiometric compounds. Now, what is a stoichiometric compound? So, it is the compound in which positive and negative ions are exactly in the ratio as indicated or as shown by their formulae. Okay. So, if this is the case, then such compounds are called as stoichiometric compounds. Okay. Now, the defects seen in such compounds are called as stoichiometric defects. So, please write down, students, the defects which arise in stoichiometric compounds. The defects which arise in stoichiometric compounds are called as stoichiometric defects. Are called as stoichiometric defects. Full stop. Below write down. Stoichiometric defects, stoichiometric compounds are. So below that write down, students. Stoichiometric compounds are the compounds in which positive and negative ions positive and negative ions are exactly in the ratio as indicated by their chemical formulae. Full stop. Okay. So now you understood, right? Is it clear? Stoichiometric defects. Now these stoichiometric defects are again classified into two types. Okay. So below write down. Here write down, students. These stoichiometric defects are again classified into two types. So here comes your Schottky and Frenkel defects. So number one, put the side heading Schottky defect. So what is Schottky defect, students? Do you remember what Schottky defect is? See, we know what a perfect crystal and what a defected crystal is. Now we are learning about the defects in crystals. So Schottky defect. So what is the defect seen in the crystals? So which defect seen in crystals, we call it as a Schottky defect. So students, in a crystalline solid, in its structure, an anion and a positive ion, both, that is anion and cation, both the ions are missing from their positions. So we can see a vacancy at the anion place and a vacancy at the cation place. That means there is a pair of holes. Two vacant places will be there, students, in the crystalline solid. So one positive ion and one negative ion will be missing from their positions. So when we find such defect in the crystalline solid, we call it as a Schottky defect. Okay. So write down. This defect arises by a vacancy at a cation site, which is accompanied by a vacancy at an anion site. Written, students? So this defect arises due to a vacancy at a cation site, accompanied by a vacancy at anion site. That is there will be a pair of holes. In the crystal lattice. Full stop. Now, students, in which crystalline solid this Schottky defect is seen? So this is seen in the ionic compounds where positive and negative ions are of same size and also which have high coordination number. For example, NaCl. Write down example NaCl. Okay. So this defect is seen in compounds which have high coordination number and also in which positive and negative ions are of a similar size. So this is about the Schottky defect, students. Example, write down NaCl. So below this we need to show the diagrammatic representation. Be ready with a pencil. So students, draw the diagram. Schottky defect representation, diagrammatic representation. So missing of a cation and an anion. Okay. So in the diagram, show that one cation and one anion missing from their positions. Okay. So if you draw the diagram and write the sentences, students, you will get nicely full on full. Okay. So if you look at the diagram, you can write on your own, right? So this is the defect which is due to missing of or a vacant cation site and a vacant anion site. So here we observe a pair of holes, and these are found in the compounds in which both positive and negative ions are of same size. Okay, first and after that, if you draw the diagram, it is sufficient. Completed. Next, the second type of stoichiometric defect, students. B. Second one. Put the side heading Frenkel defect. Please underline the side heading, students. Underline the side heading. Second one, Frenkel defect. Okay. So what is this Frenkel defect? Here we find a cation missing from its place, and this cation occupying the interstitial site, students. Okay. So this is what we call it as Frenkel defect. Can you notice the difference between Schottky and Frenkel, ma? They are missing of anion and cation. Both positive and negative ions are missing. Here only positive ion is being missed and it occupies the interstitial site. So kindly write down, this defect arises due to a vacancy at the cation site. A vacancy at the cation site as it occupies the interstitial space. As it occupies the interstitial space or hole. Okay, full stop. Now, in this defect, we observe a combination of vacant cation site, and generally a cation in the interstitial site. So this combination generally we find in Frenkel defect. Okay. So cation missing from its place and a cation occupying the interstitial site. So we find this combination in Frenkel defect. Full stop. And this is seen in the compounds. This is seen in the compounds or crystals. Anything you write, students? This is seen in the crystals in which negative ions are much larger than positive ions. Okay, Schottky defect, the compounds in which both positive and negative are similar, whereas in Frenkel defect, negative ions are of a much larger size when compared to the positive ions. Example, AgBr. Example, AgBr. Full stop. Below, draw this diagram, students. Just 1 minute time I will give you. Please draw this diagram. You miss cation from this place. Anywhere you can miss, students. You need not miss from this place only. But anywhere you can miss the positive ion, and this positive ion occupying the interstitial space. This is the unoccupied site. And the cation occupying the interstitial hole. Okay. So these two are the defects under stoichiometric defects. Easy? Right. Schottky and Frenkel defects. Now, let's move on to the second type of defects, that is Roman letter 2. Put the side heading non-stoichiometric defects. So what is a non-stoichiometric defect, students? Exactly opposite to stoichiometric defects. Okay. So stoichiometric defects are the defects seen in stoichiometric compounds. Non-stoichiometric defects are the defects seen in non-stoichiometric compounds. Then what is a non-stoichiometric compound? Exactly opposite to stoichiometric compound. So there we have seen stoichiometric compound. There the positive and negative ions are exactly in the ratio as shown by their chemical formulae, whereas non-stoichiometric compound is the compound in which the positive and negative ions are not in the ratio as indicated by their chemical formulae. Okay, easy? So write down. Non-stoichiometric defects are the defects seen in non-stoichiometric compounds. The defects is seen in non-stoichiometric compounds. Full stop. A non-stoichiometric compound is the compound. A non-stoichiometric compound is the compound in which positive and negative ions are not in the ratio as shown by their chemical formulae. Full stop. As shown by their chemical formulae. So under this, again students, we have two types. Number one, put the side heading, metal excess defects. First one, metal excess defects. Underline. So this metal excess defects may arise due to two reasons, students. First one is due to extra cations in the interstitial sites. Okay, so under non-stoichiometric defect, the first type is metal excess defects. So the metal excess defects may arise due to or may cause due to two reasons. There are two reasons for metal excess defects, students. First one is the first reason is due to extra cations in the interstitial sites. So in this defect, students, we find a cation and an electron of a non-metal occupying the interstitial sites. So when heated, the non-metal in the compound, it detaches. Okay, so it leaves the metal, and by that what happens? The excess cations, they are occupying the positions and also vacant interstitial sites, and the electrons are trapped into the adjacent interstitial sites. Okay, so write down extra cations in the interstitial sites. So from here write down, students, when a cation and an electron of a non-metal and an electron of a non-metal occupy interstitial sites, comma, the defect is called as metal excess defect. Full stop. Here I have given an example, students. Zinc oxide ZnO. Generally it is white in color, but when it is heated, what happens? It loses oxygen and it turns into yellow color. Okay. So now there will be Zn plus 2 ions. So the excess of Zn plus 2 ions, they will be occupying the interstitial sites, and the electrons, they will be occupying the neighboring interstitial sites. So because of this, we say that a metal excess defect arises in a crystal. So we will draw the diagram for the students. So below, have you completed until here? So below we will draw the diagram and show the representation of extra cations in the interstitial sites. So take your pencil, students, draw the diagram for metal excess defect due to extra cations in the interstitial sites. Show the diagrammatic representation, and you please show cation and also an electron occupying the interstitial sites. Okay, completed. Next, second one, anion vacancies. Metal excess defect due to anion vacancies. So you might be thinking, what, this is the vacancy and ma'am is saying this is metal excess defect. Here we can find a vacant anion site and in its place there occupies an electron. Okay. So therefore we call it as anion vacancies, but we show that here wherever there is the vacant anion site, that site is occupied by an electron. Okay. So write down anion vacancies. So in this defect, a negative ion is missing from its position. A negative ion is missing from its position or from its lattice site. Leaving behind a hole. Which is occupied by an electron. Full stop. Example, lithium chloride. So below draw the diagram, students. See here, look here, there is no B minus. Negative ion is missing. Instead, here occupies an, this place is occupied by an electron. Draw the diagram. Make it fast. So under non-stoichiometric defects, we have seen that they are classified into two types. First one is metal excess defect, which arises due to extra cations and anion vacancies. So now you understood what is extra cation in the interstitial site and what is an anion vacancy. Completed, students? Have you drawn this diagram? Okay. Now let us move on to still drawing. Non-stoichiometric defects divided into metal excess defects because of extra cations and anion vacancies. Okay, shall we move on to the next topic? Till here completed? Okay, so next one. Next, B, metal excess defects. Metal deficient defects. First one is metal excess, second one metal deficient defects. So what is this metal deficient defect, students? This arises due to a vacant cation site. The difference between this one and Frenkel defect, students? There the missing cation occupies the interstitial site. Okay. Here we can find only a vacant cation site. Understood now? Right. This arises due to a vacant cation site. Example, nickel oxide NiO, and draw the diagrammatic representation, students. So here you can show missing of a cation. So carefully draw the diagrams. Okay. So those are completed, students. Go back and check all the defects that we have learned. First we have defined what a perfect crystal is and what a defected crystal is. Later we have seen the classification of defects in crystals, stoichiometric and non-stoichiometric. Stoichiometric defects, we have seen what a stoichiometric defect is. Next, what a stoichiometric compound is. Next, classification of stoichiometric defects into two types, Schottky and Frenkel defects. Next, second one is non-stoichiometric defects, which are again divided into two types, metal excess and metal deficient defects. Metal excess defects due to extra cations in the interstitial sites and anion vacancies, and also the last one is metal deficient defects. I think this is sufficient for your defects in crystal, students. This answer is sufficient. And also while asking the question, you will not be asked explain defects in crystals. Okay, so we don't ask you to sit and write the complete defects in crystal. We will ask you to show the representation of Schottky and Frenkel defects, or we will ask you to show the representation of metal excess defects. Then you should be able to write down what the defect is and also show the diagrammatic representation. So draw a line here, students. Draw a line till here. So students, this is all for today's class. Please learn immediately this topic, defects in crystal, so that it will be easy for you at the time of the exams. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class with a new topic, students. So until then, take care, stay safe, and also before telling bye, I want to tell you one thing, students. Please tell your friends or share it with your friends. Tell them to subscribe the channel so that it will be a benefit for them also. Kindly share with your friends of other colleges. Okay, tell them to watch the channel and tell them to subscribe also. Okay, so now stay safe, take care, and bye bye.